It's Bonnie. Happy Sunday. I am back. Oh my gosh. So I have had many requests in my comment section to talk about Bath and Body Works' new return policy and to talk about this hit the wire a couple days ago, but I'm just reading it right now. It says Bath and Body Works is closing about 50 stores this year. It's not all bad news as the retailer has laid out plans for a new retail strategy. So I just kind of wanted to address all this because I feel like a lot of times a PR release will go out and there's a lot of rumors flying around and people just read like a title and then everyone's like, oh my gosh, Bath and Body Works is closing. So I think there's like a lot of layers that are in a lot of these stories. So first thing I'm going to talk about is this article, and of course the title is scary. Bath and Body Works is closing 50 stores this year, which of course sounds ominous. You know, like why are they closing all of these stores? And I was reading the article, and I was kind of surprised because I wasn't sure how many Bath and Body Works stores were nationwide. It says there are approximately 1,802 stores. That's a lot of stores. It really is. I mean, because if you just divide it basically by state. I mean, I know it's not even, but still, I mean, that comes out to like 36 stores per state. That's a lot of Bath and Body Works. In my area where I live, there are two main Bath and Body Works, actually three, that are fairly close to me. Two of them are in a mall, and then one is a standalone. So I always shop. I'm in Ohio, Northeast Ohio. I shop the Great Lakes Mall location. Great Lakes Mall has had some challenges over the past couple of years. I mean, this is a mall that I have shopped at since I was 18. And if you remember the mall as a teen, oh my gosh, it was thriving. I mean, you and your friends would hang out at the mall. The mall was the place to be. Teenagers, I don't think, like the mall as much as we did. So our mall has become, a place to walk. I mean, we see so many people coming in the morning, which is nice. I love the Great Lakes Mall. It's open, it's airy, it's beautiful. And our Bath and Body Works is amazing. I love the layout. I love the people. I love the store. It's clean, it's friendly. Wonderful, wonderful store. So I would be really sad if they moved my Bath and Body Works out of there. The only thing that I don't like about the Bath and Body Works in the mall is, especially in the winter, it's hard to get in the mall, like quickly. Like if we were a standalone store, you could just park right out front, you run in, you run out, all is good. Whereas when it's in the mall, you have to go in one of the other entrances. And there's a lot of walking, and especially on Candle Day, it's hard to lug all those candles back out to your car. When they're having a big sale, there's like no place to park. So it's a challenge. So if Bath and Body Works, for some reason, left the mall, although I think it'd be a tragedy for the mall because that's one of the big stores there, and moved to a standalone spot in my city, I would actually be okay with that. It wouldn't bother me that much. And that's kind of what they're talking about. It sounds like Bath and Body Works is starting to prioritize stores that are not in malls. And I get it. I mean, the reason is malls are closing. I mean, the problem is malls are just not thriving like they used to. And again, like I said, I would be really sad if our mall closed because I love our mall. But I kind of get it why they maybe preemptively want to start moving the stores out of malls so that if the mall closes, they don't have to do a big shift. And I don't even know if it's affecting our area. They haven't mentioned where they're closing. In Northeast Ohio, the other place that you can shop is Mayfield Heights. They are a standalone. Oddly enough, I usually don't go to that one because the traffic around there is terrible. It's pretty far from my house. I never usually go there. There's another Bath and Body Works at a mall called Beechwood Place. That's a nice one. It's kind of oddly set up though. There's a white barn, but it's like in front, and then you walk through the white barn, and then you're in the Bath and Body Works. So the Bath and Body Works is like really long and skinny, and it's kind of an odd setup. It's just a weird shape. But I used pre-pandemic, I used to go up to Beechwood Place a lot because there's a Lush up there. So I used to always like hit Lush, Lego stores up there. It's always fun to go up to Beechwood Place. The other place that I don't even know, I think Bath and Body Works is still in Tower City in downtown Cleveland, but Tower City has undergone like so many changes. And I don't even know if that one would survive, because I think Tower City is like closing. I don't even know. Like that there's like, I'm hearing like a bunch of empty stores. It's funny because I'm doing Bath and Body Works near me. Let me do a map. The one place that I would actually love to get, and I haven't gotten there just because it's about an hour and a half drive for me, is in Lodi, which is fairly, far south from here. There is an outlet store. And I was like, it's funny because there's also an outlet store called Aurora Farms, which is, I used to go there a lot. That's where I when my daughter was little, I always brought the stroller up there. My mom and I loved walking around Aurora Farms. And there's a Yankee Candle outlet. I always wish they had a Bath and Body Works outlet. But let me see, Google Maps, Bath and Body Works. The other Bath and Body Works that are available like near me, let's see, there is one, it looks like near, I think there's one like in the Twinsburg, Aurora area. There is one in Westlake. So, if you're from Northeastern Ohio and you're watching, you're probably, going, oh yeah, I shop there. So I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, like I'm not overly concerned at this point because I feel like we're a pretty big retail area that they would take Bath and Body Works and at least, move it to a standalone location, which, like I said, I would be fine with. So I think we just have to wait. I think it was a little bit scary to see, oh my gosh, Bath and Body Works is closing. I'm not super concerned. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about that I really haven't talked about at all is the new return policy. And it's funny because the return policy is like 10 miles long, of course. It used to be you could just walk into Bath and Body Works with anything and they would exchange it. I mean, the return policy to me almost was too lenient because it was like people would come in with like a candle that had like this much wax in it and go, yeah, I want to return it. And I've seen it happen. And I think there was a lot of abuse of the return policy. I think people took it too far. And I mean, I've returned stuff. I mean, I'm not, someone who doesn't return anything, but mostly like I have a rule for myself as a blogger, YouTuber, vlogger. I said blogger. I would only exchange a candle that's unburned. So then they can put it back, in the rotation. I always felt bad. Like I would never like burn a candle and be like, well, I don't like it because I'm getting it to review, and then take it back. So occasionally what'll happen is like I'll order a bunch of stuff online and then I'll go in the store and I'll get the same candle. And then my order comes like a week later and I'll be like, yeah, I don't really need two of these because I don't like them. So I would take my unburned candle and exchange it for another one. And I feel like that is fair for me to do because, they can put it back in rotation. But honestly, I think in all of the time I've ever been vlogging, I think I've maybe returned 2 candles that have been burned and they were like defective, I think. That was like, like, what is this? This is really weird. As far as body care, I very rarely return body care. Once in a while, I did return my Santa last year, my Globe Santa, because it was like defective. So I did get rid of that. And then I got store credit. But the return policy now is, it says at select U.S. stores, and I don't know what that means, select. You will be limited to $250 in non-receipted returns or exchanges within a 90-day period. I actually think that's fair. That's quite a bit. I mean, Bath & Body Works is not overly expensive, and I can't imagine that you would be returning that much product. The only way you probably would is if you bought it online blindly and was like, you bought a whole collection of like Fresh Jungle Rain and it just really smelled bad. You didn't like it. And you return it. I will have to say, Bath and Body Works to me, compared to most retailers, is really fair. Like if something leaks, all I gotta do is call Bath and Body Works and they will send me a replacement. They're so good about that. So I have zero complaints about the return policy. Actually, I know a lot of people sometimes get frustrated because they buy something online and then they take their receipt in. And I get that because I think the receipts are different and it's harder for the store to process it. And it's got to be an even exchange. That can be frustrating. And then if you have your original receipt, it says 90 days or less from the original purchase date, cash, credit, or debit card, and PayPal purchase refunds will be issued based on original tender. That totally makes sense. Gift receipts will be issued for purchase price. No receipt merchandise credit will be issued based on the lowest selling price. Again, I totally get that because there's been a lot of abuse. People would buy stuff at semi-annual sale for like $3 and then go in and be like, oh, hey, I want to return this for like the brand new product. And that's hard too. And you know what it causes? It causes prices to go up for all of us. So that's why I'm like not surprised that they did change their return policy. And, it could even change even more strict going forward. I don't know. But for me personally, I'm okay with what they've been doing. You do have to give them your driver's license. I'm like, yeah, okay, here's my driver's license. Doesn't bother me. I don't know. I just feel like I've always been treated fairly at Bath and Body Works, honestly. And I'm treated no different than any other. I don't go in there. I don't get to do more exchanges than anyone else because I'm vlogging. I actually got to my limit because I exchanged the water globe once. Like, I was almost to my limit by $250 because I had like 5 candles over Christmas. I do more exchanges, and I do like an even exchange on the candles. Like I said, if I get some in the mail and then I'm shopping, and I was almost to my limit. I'm like, well, that's embarrassing. I'm almost to my return limit, but I'm like, it's like, okay, it didn't bother me at all. So I totally get it. It can be frustrating if you buy, like I said, a bunch of stuff online and you go in there and it's a little bit difficult. It may vary from store to store. I don't know if it's more difficult, but my store has always been very good at processing returns in a fair and efficient way. So, like I said, a lot of people kind of wanted me to get on and talk about that. Those are kind of my thoughts. But like I said, I'm not overly concerned about this whole store closure thing. I think if they do close, it's probably like malls that are in trouble. And, they want to get out. They want to put a standalone store so there's no break-in, opening. I remember, oh my gosh, probably about, I want to say it's like 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I don't know. Our Bath and Body Works moved because we had one of the old Bath and Body Works that looked like the basket, like outside. And then we had the white barn attached and it was at the other end of the mall. And then they redid our Bath and Body Works and they moved it to the new location. But it was closed for like a little while. And I'm like, no. So we don't want that to happen. So hopefully if they do this whole transition thing, they can get the stores open quickly. So feel free to leave a comment below on any of your thoughts on, closings or return policies, because I think it's interesting to talk about. And, it's fair for people to be frustrated. I get it. I totally get it. Like if you've got a return and you can't return it, there is a frustration level. I've been frustrated at other retailers over returns. And, hopefully they are fair to everyone. Like I said, I've always felt like Bath and Body Works has been very fair to me. So anyway, wow, 15 minutes. I've been talking a long time. Thank you, as always, for watching. This was interesting to talk about. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.